Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Casper the Boy Diviner, and today I am really excited to show you the Fyodor Pavlov Tarot. This is a mass market deck, so it should be easily available when it actually isn't really, and it's supposed to be more affordable, but it isn't really. At the same time, it is more accessible than it previously was as an indie deck, and I really recommend this deck for anyone who is looking to get into tarot or want an upgraded version of their RWS that is more diverse, that has more gender diversity especially. So this is something you may want to look into. If you haven't seen my top 10 mass market decks of 2022, please feel free to watch it. This was one of them, but it was really hard for me to get. I actually pre-ordered this months ago at a cheaper price, but Book Depository again has issues with pre-orders. So I canceled the order just to order a new one, and it came really quickly after that. It comes with a really good hardcover book about the tarot, and it's very specific to this deck, which I really appreciate. This is written by Fyodor Pavlov himself. So I really enjoy this book. It is specific to the actual images in the card. So what I don't like about little white books is when they give keywords that are very generic to RWS. Give me something new, give me something spicy, And I also don't like guidebooks that write a lot, but they don't actually explain the symbols in the card itself, and this deck does, you see. So he talks about this, like 4 elements are all present, even though they are more subtly than they were. For example, fruit, cornucopia, fire. So he actually explains that the elements are in this wreath. So these are the examples I'm talking about. He actually talks about each card, and I love that that in some other decks they only focus on the major arcana without talking much about the minor arcana, but in this deck every single card is explained in detail. So for example, Two of Cups, he covers, sorry, I don't know if Fyodor Pavlov is a he or a they, so I'll be saying they from now on. But they actually talk really about again, you see, very specific to the card itself. The tree, to represent Tree of Life. So I haven't finished reading this deck, this guidebook yet, but I really do like my first impressions of it just looking through. Okay, moving on. Let's look at the cards itself. Again, this box is not my kind of favorite box because it is a paper insert, but it is functional, and it does have a hardcover book, so it kind of has to come in such a package. That's number one. Number two, let's talk about the card backs. I'm not a big fan of logos on card backs, but at least they had the sense to put it 2 times, so it is a reversible card back. The second thing about the card back is I love the design. At the same time, I don't like gold foil on my card backs because they get easily scraped. I know for certain that one of these cards has a scrape. Yeah, you can see. One of these has a scraped card back. I'm not going to tell them and try to get a replacement. There's no real point to this, because it is a sooner or later thing. At the same time, it's a bit disappointing. I wish it was just a printed star. I guess this adds more to the luxury, but it is more more susceptible to damage. This is the gilding. This is a good gilding. It wasn't sticky, it wasn't stuck together. At the same time, I don't really care about gilding anymore. It's become too commonplace. There's no real need for it. They all fade away anyway. But the art in this deck, 10 out of 10. Let's go through it. Before that, okay, sorry, the cardstock itself, this is a linen deck, but you can't really see, so that's really good. It's a very fine linen deck. So I want to show you the linen texture, but I don't think you can kind of see it, but it is very subtle, so it doesn't take away from the art. Some people fear that linen cardstock will take away from the art. This doesn't. Okay, the Fool, very nice. Instead of a white dog, is a black cat, which is very witchy. The Magician, again with the 4 instruments, the large one. I like how Fyodor Pavlov plays with color. So the background is like a ivory yellow color, but spots of white like this is so beautiful. Each minor has a different color as well. So High Priestess with the stars in her hood, really like that. The Empress, I'm glad she's not pregnant. Is this a heart? Is this a pomegranate? It's a heart. So beautiful. The Emperor, very nice, very Roman. The Hierophant, So I haven't used this deck yet, but I'm really looking forward to shuffling it and using it. The Lovers, so again with that gender play. Beautiful. The Chariot, the black and the white hair. Very nice. Very Apollo vibes. Strength. I really like the flowers on the dog. Every time I see a black dog, I think about the Grim in Harry Potter. The Hermit, instead of an old man, this is a young, fair maiden with a crow. Very nice. The Wheel of Fortune. The symbolic, you know, blindfolded Fortuna. Justice. Justice can also be blindfolded, but she's holding scales here and the sword, so that's very traditional justice. So what I really like about this deck is that everything is looks quite traditional. At the same time, there's that diversity that we look for in our decks. The Hanged Man, very nice. Death, beautiful. I really like the spot of purple in his cloak. Temperance. The Devil. So these are the lovers that were in the Lovers card. You can see that the genitals are actually some sort of tiger or feline. Tower, beautiful, very nice. I also like how some of the images pop out of the border, and this happens a lot. Oh gosh, I just dropped the moon. The Star, beautiful. This is the cover of the book, and the cover of the box is actually the High Priestess. The Moon, very nice. This is very traditional, I think. Usually there's a huge crab at the side, but very nice. The Sun. Not a fan of babies on horses, so this is kind of better, but this is not one of my favorite cards in the deck. That one's okay. Judgment, very nice. The elderly, you know, the faceless cloak. The World, beautiful, voluptuous. And again, the hidden elements in the cornucopia. And then the Ace of Wands. So the wands are green color, even though it's a very fiery it's a fiery element, but it is green in color here. Two of Wands, the World. Three of Wands, looking out to explore. You see the traditional ships. The Four of Wands, again, very traditional, very RWS. The Five of Wands, again, the gender diversity, not only men depicted. The Six of Wands, coming back, again, the color of skin, POC representation. The Seven of Wands, very nice. I really like this. Very lumberjack. I kind of just like the kind of and this is the Eight of Wands, very traditional as well. The Nine of Wands, a bit more macabre because he has lost a leg. So there is a hint of permanent damage compared to the traditional Nine of Wands. The Ten of Wands, very nice. The Page of Wands. The Knight of Wands. The long hair, that kind of gender ambiguity, very nice. The Queen of Wands. So the deck still honors that male female kind of a tradition in tarot, but it provides a kind of diversity that I appreciate. The King of Wands. So the green color is gorgeous. I really like that shade of green. The Ace of Cups. So the cups are blue. The Two of Cups. So there's two men. It looks like two men, but you know, it could be any gender. Three of Cups, very nice. Friendship. The Maypole, I think this is called the Maypole. The Four of Cups, meditation, rest, very nice. Turned away from the cup, as per the traditional RWS. The Five of Cups, very nice. Six of Cups, so not a small boy to a small girl, but this is probably an adult. So, you know, we can read more about this deck. Why did he choose? This does look like, I don't know if it's meant to, this does look like a bit of a self-insert. That reminds me of Fyodor Pavlov, based on what I think I've seen of him. So, wow, there are footnotes here, beautiful. Great. So yeah, the Six of Cups is pretty significant. There are 4 pages here. Let's see if it's really him or her or they. Sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but see, the backdrop is what I drew for the sun. That is beautiful. These are details that are great to read. Queer and trans people, yes. So the footnotes about where they got the inspiration. The practice of finding the child you were and being nice to them. So it is a depiction of them, and I really I didn't pre-plan that. I didn't read that before, but that's amazing to know, and that I'm glad I managed to catch that connection there. Okay, 7 of Cups, again choices. I love the representation of the Asian representation here. 8 of Cups, beautiful. 9 of Cups. And then 10 of Cups. Again, the diversity of family, you know, 2 women can also, you know, be part of a traditional family with the 10 of Cups. The Page of Cups, an artist, beautiful. With the traditional fishing cup. The Knight of Cups, very nice. The Queen of Cups, this is where the pregnancy is. And then the King of Cups, very soft, beautiful man. Let's go with the Ace of Swords. This is the red suit. 2 of Swords. Instead of being blindfolded, the stance doesn't allow him to see. The 3 of Swords, traditional. The 4 of Swords, I really like this. I like the rest in the snow, very nice. The 5 of Swords, traditional, but I really like the turban. I really like the like how this is depicted. The 6 of Swords, very nice. So I do feel like each suit does have some sort of cultural differentiation, but I can't say for sure. For example, there is a kimono here, but everyone else seems to be more traditionally garbed in the European style. But I really like the intricacies of the swords here. The 7 of Swords. The 8 of Swords. This is a bit more sinister because she is so tightly bound compared to the RWS. The 9 of Swords, very nice. The bats and the owls. The 10 of Swords, very nice. There's blood when in the original there's no blood. Page of Swords. When I say original, I meant the original RWS, not that this is differs from the indie deck. I was afraid that there'll be censorship with this deck because it went from indie to mass market, but I'm glad to not see too much or any kind of changes actually. Queen of Swords. I don't own the original, so if there are changes, please let me know. King of Swords, very nice. Then the Ace of Coins. The coins are yellow. 2 of Coins, they kind of balance. This is a very interesting way of showing balance. I really appreciate that. The 3 of Coins. Teamwork. The 4 of Coins, you know, withholding, not letting people see, that kind of selfishness, which is not a bad thing. 5 of Coins. Salvation, looking for help. 6 of Coins, exchange. The 7 of Coins, a kind of farmer sowing your seeds, they haven't grown yet. The 8 of Coins, very traditional, I like this. The 9 of Coins, I kind of miss the bird of prey. One of my favorite parts of the 9 of Coins is a bird of prey, any kind of bird or something. I don't think I'm missing it here, I don't see it. But yeah, I always enjoy the imagery of a beautiful woman in a garden, you know, owning it. This is kind of what I always hope to be. One of my favorite cards in every deck and something I aspire to be. Self-sufficient. The 10 of Coins, very nice. Generations, family. The Page of Coins, sowing grain. The 9 of Coins, I love the representation of the disabled. Please educate me if I'm using any terms that are wrong. Let me know. I come from Singapore. We are not, you know, we're not as woke. Queen of Coins, very nice, and the King of Coins. Now that I've done a walkthrough of this deck, I'm going to do a quick shuffle, and then I'm going to do a quick, you know, test reading for you guys. And it shuffles beautifully as expected. It shuffles beautifully as expected. I'm going to try to do a riffle shuffle to let you guys know, but I honestly don't see any issues with the shuffling. The only thing is, you know, shuffling will definitely hurt the back of the deck. Prior to this, I've not shuffled it before, so that scuffing came in the mail. I've already consecrated and cleansed the deck in order. Okay, shuffles. Well, let me try to do a. Nowadays I don't really read reversals, so I need to remember to riffle shuffle without reversals. Now I'm experimenting with my reading style. Because sometimes you use, instead of using reversals to add another meaning, you use context. Like what is around that card. You use what is in your mind to tell you whether, you know, is this card blocked or not, instead of you know, having a reversal. Because sometimes you see an obstacle and then it comes out upright. You know, does it mean there's no obstacle? Does it mean that that thing is actually blocked? Those are the things that are in my mind. Let me do a riffle shuffle again. Yep, no problem. Okay, then come on. Let's do a test reading for everyone watching this video. Okay. 1. And the bottom here, 2. Oh wow. And then 3 here. Wow, 3 majors. I think, I don't know if I shuffled it well, but it's very blue, it's very gloomy. It is like, after big change, things that are outside of your control, the macroeconomic conditions, you know, for example, the Silvergate Bank going down, everything else, Silicon Valley, it really is a time of fate. You know, it's out of your control. There is nothing you can do. All you can do is face your fears and prepare for the worst. This is not the most positive reading. Luckily it's just a test reading. Let's see if there's any positive advice that can come from this. Again, you can see there's a scuff here already. Positive, any advice for people watching this video? Yeah, another major. It is all out of your hands. All you can do is you know, prepare for your fears, conquer your temptations. There's nothing else we can really do in this day and age. Okay, I hope this reading helped. I hope this whole walkthrough and sort of high-level review helped. I am working with the Ritual Tarot at the same time, which is like a total opposite of this, right? It's more complicated, it's more complex. Now I'll be posting that review soon. I'm actually using it. Yeah, so watch out for that. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.